Good afternoon, Professor. Today we're going to review the scientific text, the Oedipus complex and computation of the central crossroads of psychoanalysis, in which we develop and describe the evolution of the Oedipus theory introduced by Freud, and who it became a significant part of the development of psychoanalysis. So, to start, the first part of the test, Freud proposed a theory in which individual sexual desire is in adulthood are based on their ability to overcome or resolve the Oedipus complex during childhood. Rather than being determined by biology, Freud says that the selection of sexual desire and sexual orientation was by biology. Freud was on the verge of discovering the foundation of psychoanalysis while he was developing his theory of neurosis. Based on his own experience, initially he believed his experience reflected sexual trauma inflicted by his parents, but later he realized that he could not attribute it to sexual assault. Instead, through self-analysis, he recognized a series of feelings that suggest sexual desire for his mother during his childhood. I have found in my own case to being in love with my mother, say Freud. During that time, Freud came to the conclusion, based on his own experiences and analysis of character like Hamlet and Greek Oedipus myth, that these events represent a universal human dilemma. He saw them as part of universal experience reflected in different historical figures, but at first Freud dismissed that theory for years. Next, to continue, Beichmer, psychologist, described the process of treating the theory of Oedipus complex in three stages, leading to the modern understanding of this theory formulated by Freud. First, Freud initially believed that sexuality was biological, predetermined. The Oedipus complex was not related to identity formation or sexual object choice. Second, Freud expanded the concept to include both the positive and negative Oedipus complex, influenced by innate bisexuality, so everyone was bisexual. And third, Freud introduced the castration complex as a center of the Oedipus complex, highlighting an asymmetry between boys and girls. After that, there is an evolution, and there is the final step of establish the Oedipus theories in a final process as a final product, as a final theory. Children have an exclusive bond with their mother during the oral and anal period, until the phallic phase described in the infantile genital organization at the moment when both boys and girls acknowledge the male genital and the girl absent of this phallic and castrate phase. During this period of the Oedipus complex. In this way, the Oedipus complex emerged as a theory, where the boys developed desires to replace the father as the mother's love object. The castration complex is a key part of the phallic phase and the solution of the Oedipus complex, proposed by Freud. Boys fear losing their penis, which threatens their narcissistic integrity, while girls develop a penis envy, says Freud. Freud maintained that this anxiety shapes the way that girls and boys behave with their parents, leading to an approach to their counterpart gender. For example, girls tend to be attracted to their father, and boys will attracted to their mom and envy their father. Melanie Klein, another psychologist of the same way of thinking of Freud, says or described the Oedipus theory in a major focus on a linear development theory, and Klein differed in many ways with Freud, describing this process in a bit less phallocentric point of view, giving focus in the emotional process related with anxiety, guilt, and aggressive impulses toward the internalized parent figures, and centering of destructive fantasies, the child's primary relationship with the maternal breast and penis that, as primitive fantasies even before the castration anxiety. In conclusion, we don't know what is exactly or what were thinking these guys when they developed this kind of theories about the sexual development of boys and girls. Yes, it has some of scientific based experimentation, but the way that it was proposed was in a very empirical way. So this is a very questionable theory nowadays, but it's a part of history and it's a part of psychoanalysis. So now Ivan is going to continue with the next part.
Well, many more thinkers reinterpreted Freud's Oedipus complex. One of them was Lacan. He flips Freud's idea on its head, suggesting that the Oedipus complex isn't just a childhood phase, but also a fundamental structure shaped by our relationships. This structure is inherited across generations, existing even before a child navigates their family dynamics. A central concept in Lacan's theory is the phallus. Importantly, he uses this term not to refer to the physical penis, but as a symbol of desire and the feeling of lacking something essential. In this framework, relationships between the mother, father, and child revolve around the phallus, something everyone desires but no one can fully possess. Lacan describes three stages in the Oedipus complex. First, there's a close bond between the child and the mother, where the child feels the mother perceive lack. Then, as the father steps in, the child experiences symbolic castration, learning that they cannot fulfill as all of the mother needs. Finally, the child comes to realize that neither parent has the phallus, prompting them to understand cultural norms and accept their own feelings of incompleteness. Next, Bion introduces the K-link, representing our innate desire to know, which he believes is as important as love and hate in shaping our experiences. He sees the unconscious not merely as a space of drives, but as one where we seek meaning. He also discusses nameless dread, a form of anxiety stemming from a lack of meaning, which he connects to the unfolding of the Oedipus complex. On the other hand, Meltzer expands on these ideas, emphasizing the creative aspects of parental relationships. He believes that the connection between parents influences how children understand sexuality and creativity. Meltzer distinguishes between adult and polymorphous sexuality, integrated masculine and feminine traits, and infantile polymorphous sexuality, which is more chaotic and rooted in jealousy. He argues for the importance of respecting the mystery in intimate relationships to foster creativity and emotional growth. Andre Green views the Oedipus complex as a core part of our psychological lives. He introduces generalized triangulation, suggesting that a mother-child relationship is always influenced by the father, even in his absence. This dynamic shapes how children understand their family dynamics. Green also notes that as children become aware of their parents' bond, they experience a primal scene fantasy, leading to feelings of narcissistic injury and castration anxiety. Finally, Chassaigne Mergel challenges the notion of a pre-Oedipal phase. Instead, she proposes an archaic matrix that underlies the Oedipus complex, highlighting a child's fundamental desire to return to the mother's womb. This desire can create obstacles as children may see the father as a threat and envy his role, leading to a struggle with understanding sexual differences. In summary, these thinkers offer nuanced perspectives on the Oedipus complex, enriching our understanding of desire, relationships, and psychological development. Their insights reveal the complexities of human life and behavior and also emotional growth as children navigate their family dynamics. Personally, we believe that the Oedipus complex still holds significance in a historical sense, but it should be viewed as part of our broader understanding of psychological development. While we have seen cases of people who, for example, are attracted to someone who has traits that are similar to their parents, we need to wait for more studies in order to really understand why and how this happens, and if it's a real tendency and a complex or if it's just a coincidence. Thank you.